Welcome to Paranormal Gateway Paratalk. I'm host Scott Wise, and our very special guests tonight are Nicole, Trabelsi, and John Prank from Unveiling Paranormal.
Hi, guys.
Whoa!
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, good.
All right, I'm going to do a intro here for you guys. Okay. Nicole has always had an innate love of paranormal. Born in Minnesota, she grew up afraid to sleep in a room till age 13 because the shadow figure was following her around from the age of 2. Until recently, she blocked that memory out. Nicole believes that distinctive event is what led her pursuit to uncovering the unknown. Since childhood, life's biggest questions fester in Nicole's mind. What happens when we die? Is there a God or ghost real? The question is coupled with the inevitability of real death and the fear that goes with it are the reason Nicole began her team Unveiling Paranormal with skilled lead Lisa Arberg. Unveiling Paranormal, originating in Southeast Florida, has investigated some of the state's biggest hotspots from the Ghost Coast Railroad Museum in Miami and the Maystringer House in Bradenton to the old Hamilton County Jail at Jasper and many more. In January 2023, he spent the night at the infamous Conjuring House as a collaborative investigation. In August 2024, Lisa moved to New Jersey and then welcomed John Prink to the team, a seasoned investigator specialized in residentials. John and Nicole are still new, working with shelter and have only investigated the Lakewood Playhouse and the Gold Coast Museum. Thus far, the partnership has been professional, knowledgeable, respectful, and drama-free. Unveiling Paranormal is still looking for 2 more team members and are still starting from scratch. They're also coming soon. They booked other venues that are excited to continue their work they started. John Brink, hailing from New York City, John has a 29-year career as a police officer, deputy sheriff, coroner, detective and criminal investigator between New York City and San Francisco Bay Area. His prior law enforcement career, John spent just over 6 years in the United States Coast Guard, serving aboard cutters patrolling the Atlantic and Pacific Ocean. John always had a penchant for the supernatural and paranormal. While living in New York City and Long Island, he lived in multiple haunted apartments, and his childhood home was haunted as well. After retiring from police work in 2015, John went on a ghost hunt with local paranormal team in Alameda, California, and was instantly hooked. After moving to Florida in 2016, he began more research into paranormal investigation and watched at the paranormal investigative shows as much as he could. He was a team member on a Orlando-based paranormal investigation group called Blood Moon Paranormal, focusing primarily on residential investigations. A profound experience as Solano County, California coroner's investigator in the mid-2000s led him to write an episode for a Canadian television show, Paranormal Emergency. He pitched the idea to a Canadian television production company who produced the show in 2018 and ultimately filmed Miami, Florida, and Ontario, Canada about the case. After the call by Dave Schrader from the Holster Files and Ghost of Devil's Perch, they invite John to be on his show, The Paranormal 60, October 2022. In detailing his coroner investigative experience, John periodically went on paranormal investigations and recently teamed up with Nicole and Unveiling Paranormal. Let's get that right.
Is the introduction over?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I know that was a lot of
All right.
reading.
I thought yeah. All right. I think that's it. I may have missed one. Oh, okay. All right. I think we are. Okay. All right. Let's start off and I heard from your introduction about how you got started. When you talk about some crazy investment. Um, you gave me some files here,
Yes.
videos, and a lot of videos to start with. Some of them didn't fit, so I had another way to bring them up.
Okay.
So I can bring up the digital recorder one you sent.
Okay.
The immersion what that is. Um,
Are you talking about it was just you could see the DR60 digital recorder?
right, right,
Okay. Yeah.
right, all right. So I want to ask you real quick, what other kind of paranormal equipment do you guys use besides the recorders and um?
Um spirit boxes, REM pods, our senses, K2s, all the good stuff at what else?
SLS camera. We
SLS
use the
cam.
SLS. We use just the regular video cams.
Oh yeah, cameras.
Um,
Hello.
you also have that bell, that
Yeah, I have that dead bell. I have a tripwire.
trip-to-trip wire,
Um, I have a static motion detector.
right?
Um, oh my gosh, I'm having a brain fart.
The
A
one that we use,
thermal
the one,
imaging camera.
Oh,
right?
yeah, some
Thermal imaging
yeah,
camera. Yeah, you got a bunch of
Um,
equipment.
yeah.
yeah, I really do. I'm sure I'm oh, I have a portal. Um,
Oh, a lot of photos cool.
yeah, I mean it's one of those honeytone ones, so
Yeah,
I would love to have like a Steve Huff one, but money,
yeah.
money.
Yeah, that's like $5,000, I think. So yeah,
Yeah, it's
expensive.
up there. It's up there.
Yeah,
But I would love
but
to like
I
build my own.
yeah, I've been investigating paranormal for over 20 years now,
Oh yeah?
and yeah, I started back in York, PA. I was born and raised York, PA, and it's real cool. Gettysburg's down the road, so we got to work with Gettysburg.
I
That
went to
helped me a lot.
Gettysburg. I
'Cause-
loved it there, but that was before I started investigating, unfortunately.
mhm,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it's beautiful
got,
there though.
got there a lot. But yeah, I did a tons of investigations. Did jails, museums, did libraries, churches. Um, yeah.
Hospitals, anything like that?
Uh,
Oh
that
yeah.
that's an old hospital in York County. They shut down, but they condemned it, so
Yeah.
we couldn't get into it. So,
Back in the
but
day.
mm, yeah, really.
They shut
A
down
lot of people
everything now.
went.
Now everything's no trespassing.
Yeah, they had old prison too, but they couldn't get into. We actually did a jail. That's I think it was New Jersey. It's Mount Holly prison.
Oh,
But
that's cool.
yeah, it's cool. Here, I'm gonna let you guys see one of these.
That
It's a
looks actually
music box.
yeah, oh yeah, and I have a music box as well. Yeah, that's really cool. Did you get that on Etsy by chance?
It's actually the guy. It was in my team. He made it.
Oh wow, that is really cool. It looks a lot
Yeah,
like one I saw on Etsy. Yeah.
yeah. He actually used a 3D printer to make the cutouts.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
It's
pretty cool.
really neat. It's like a trigger object and a music
Yeah, like
box.
you can see inside the cup. Just piece of my finger. I have the wires and the belt and the speaker in there.
Yeah.
That's really
And
cool.
and this one you can put your own music on it.
Oh,
If
neat.
you find it. It has the MP3 file holder and you put it in there.
That's
Have you
really
been successful with it?
Once, yeah,
Yeah.
once.
Only
I did
once? How
once.
long
Yeah,
have you had
yeah.
it?
I had it for 3 years now,
Okay.
3 or 4 years.
I
Actually, it worked the first time that we were at Post Town Elementary School. It went off
okay.
there. Yeah. That
I
irrigation is called this way, Post Town Elementary. That's a cool place to go
Oh,
still.
very cool.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
in
Yeah.
elementary school.
So where are you located now?
We're both in Florida. He's a
Right.
Okay.
he's like a couple hours north of
All
me.
right.
I'm
Yeah,
in,
Cape Canaveral area is where I'm at. Yeah.
Oh.
yeah, and I'm more
Well, how
towards
are you guys
Palm
doing
Beach.
down there? I mean, everything's going on. You guys see it?
Um, We had some damage. I was just up on the roof of my house today. I ended up putting the
Oh,
chimney
gosh.
cap back on. That blew off. I lost a top section of a tree, but that's about 3 feet around. I live on a horse ranch. I live on a small ranch, and there's the fence that divides my neighbor's property and mine. There's a tree on the fence line, and the winds took about half the tree down. A good 20-foot section of the tree just sheared it completely off, and the tree landed in my neighbor's yard and
Oh,
took
wow.
out a portion of my fence. So my wife and I were out like the day after it happened with wood that I found in the garage. We were just basically building a makeshift fence, just screwing it
Wow.
together, to keep the horses in our pasture. But the tree is still there. We're waiting for it to dry out a little bit. It's still, the ground is still soggy and very, very spongy around here. It just, a lot of the water hasn't drained off yet. I ended up, I had to dig like a 6 or 8 foot trench at the back of my property. At the back of my property, there's a canal behind us that opens up into the St. Johns River and ultimately out, towards the ocean and whatnot. And it was just completely blocked with debris and mud. And I had about a foot of water in that pasture area. I was slogging around through there. I mean, we even had ducks that were in there. I never see ducks, and it's just like there were ducks diving in. Yeah, it was crazy. So I ended up, as soon as I removed all this mud, the water just started flowing. So, but I mean, it just tree branches, palm fronds, but nothing major. We didn't lose any power. I have a generator,
I was
so
gonna ask.
yeah,
Yeah, if you lost
it didn't
power.
hit us. It went a little north of us. So we didn't have the devastation that the west side of the state
Whoa.
has. I mean, they got hammered twice within
Yeah,
like
we're
10
on the
10
East
days.
Coast.
Yeah, we're on the east coast of Florida, and the Atlantic side. So the Gulf side, though, they got hammered, and
Twice.
so bad. Twice, like within 10 days. So
Uh,
it went a little north of us, basically. So we had rain. I had the wind, but it wasn't. It wasn't anything like it's, and it's kind of a reason why I live in this area. I mean, in Brevard County, they call it the Space Coast, and there's a reason why NASA built their launch pads here. They knew what they were doing 65, 70 years ago when they installed all that stuff. We just don't get hit with the hurricanes like other counties and other locations in Florida. So my understanding is that there's a shelf, a natural shelf that's out in the Atlantic Ocean about 90 miles out. So what happens is when the hurricanes come up from the Caribbean, they hit this shelf and they bounce off of it. So we get some rain and some, problems obviously with the hurricanes, but not the devastation that the other areas in Florida get. So
That's
otherwise we're
interesting.
doing good. Doing good. We're
oh,
getting
that's
back to
good.
normal around here. Yeah,
We
yeah.
did a little too good over here in Palm Beach County. Like nothing happened. I was hoping the power would go out so I wouldn't have to go to work, but didn't happen. So yeah, we got nothing. Like a little bit of rain and wind, but nothing
But
more.
there's been times where down by you, I mean, my cousin lives down in the Fort Lauderdale area, and there's been times they've just been devastated down there, and there's
Oh
nothing
yeah,
happening up here. It's a complete,
Wilma.
it's a crapshoot. Yeah, it's a complete crapshoot. You just don't know what's going to happen. I mean, you just kind of hunker down and hope for the best, and hope that you've got everything tied down, and you know, um, you've taken all the precautions you could possibly take. But there's really nothing you can do about it. You just kind of ride it out. That's all.
Right, right, right. We used to have hurricane parties when I was younger.
Yeah, don't eat
Oh.
all the snacks, because if you do, you won't fit in the rescue basket.
The snacks, please.
Don't eat all the hurricane snacks. You won't be able to fit in the rescue basket when they come pick you up.
You mean when he got the munchies?
Yeah.
All right. So
yeah.
Moving right along.
moving along.
All right. Now, on that note, we'll go ahead and I'll play this EP recorder and then.
I just can I mention I'm not sure if I told you what that is. So that was at the Conjuring house, and it was taken in the dining room of the Conjuring house, and it was my birthday. So I'm not quite sure that you can hear. Okay, with a DR60, it's hard to hear what the spirits are saying. It sounds like a bunch of crackling voices, but you can hear our voices normally. So you'll be able to tell the difference in that way. I just want to make that clear.
Okay. Go ahead and play, sure.
also in slow motion. So I don't know if
Okay.
anybody could actually hear anything on that. And I heard an echo. I don't know if that's an echo that I could only hear, but
I heard a little bit
Okay.
of an echo. What was that from?
that was a Conjuring House
That was the
dining
Conjuring
room.
House. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like
For some reason, I didn't hear. I heard it through my speakers, but I didn't hear it through my earphones.
oh
It's
really?
not weird. Yeah. How'd you guys hear it? Do you
Uh,
hear
I
yours?
I heard it in my headphones, but
Oh, good.
there was
Good.
an echo.
All right.
Yeah. And it looked a little laggy, I think, because the
Yeah.
I don't know if it was just the video itself, but like yeah, like we were talking over the actual EVPs, so I don't know what happened. And I'm sorry if nobody could hear that. It's really interesting if you could hear that, at least parts of it.
Yeah. I heard. I heard some. Yeah.
So
So.
yeah, that was pretty cool. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, the Conjuring House is not as amazing as everybody makes it out to be. Sorry. Um, the coolest thing that happened there was a phone got thrown off of a bookshelf, like did a straight like one of these, didn't just fall, it just went
A lot of
and you can
poltergeist activity, huh?
I mean, that was the only thing that happened
Yeah.
really. And then we were in the basement. I mean, we did an Estes session in the basement and we had a few devices go off and we heard footsteps upstairs. The wood is very old and it's just like boards and you can see through them and um I it could have been a cat that was walking. So I I don't know what that was, but not much happened. There's a lot of hype around the Conjuring House and a lot of drama.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm going to point out this the lamps in the dining room have this crazy wiring. I've never seen it before, but it's a little obvious that it's been messed with because the lighting it, goes on and off. And there's
Wow.
big black cords everywhere. It just looks like it was rigged. I
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, Conjuring House experience. Not not so great.
All right. I'll just skip that one. Yeah.
Cool.
I have a. Let me see here. Do you want
Hi
to go to?
Sue. Hi Karen.
Oh, there's chat. Sorry. I can check on the chat. Hi, Karen.
There you go, waving. Yeah, she's watching live right now too. So
Yeah, I'll do
yeah.
the royal wave.
Shout out to Karen. Hi, Karen.
Who's Karen? Is that
Friend
your
of
wife?
ours up in St. Augustine.
Oh, hi, Karen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Gosh, Lisa should be on here. Psh, my old teammate.
All right. So I got pictures for investigations. Um,
Yes.
or I can pop them up once real quick, and I can go back to. There are some videos that might be from that, so I'll check that.
Okay.
So here's a picture of you doing the SD session, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in the Conjuring house basement.
Okay.
It was freezing.
I bet. What time of the year do you go?
January 20,
Uh,
Oh, wow.
January 27th, my birthday.
and we went to. I think you went to the Hinsdale house in January.
Oh, the Ensfield?
Hinsdale.
Oh, Hinsdale. Okay. I
Yeah,
was gonna say, dang,
we did a whole weekend. It was fun.
that is fun. A whole weekend. That's
And,
great.
uh, we
How long
had a
did you
lot of
spend in that house? Were you there? How long did you spend there?
I think it was about 8 hours. Oh, you're talking to him. Sorry.
we got there Friday evening and left Sunday afternoon. So
Oh, yeah. Cool.
yeah, we got you get a chance to go. Is oh my god, it's so creepy, and it's up a mountain and really dark, and like with no moon out or anything. It's like pitch black,
Yeah.
and so we had weird noises come from the woods we had picked up, and it sounded like we thought it sounded like Bigfoot.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
I mean, it just sounded like it was a guttural grounds or loud, and um, we checked to see if there's any kennels around, like there's dogs, but it didn't sound like a dog or anything. So, but it kind of was real weird. And it lasted for 3 minutes straight. I was like,
Wow.
holy shit.
That is crazy.
Here's
I was just
another
gonna
one.
mention, yeah, this was actually awesome. That was okay. I wish I had. Okay, so a lot of our footage got corrupted. That's why I never created a video. That's why I don't really have any videos of the Conjuring house. Our footage got corrupted. We don't know why, but you can see the REM pods blue light going off. I mean, it was going crazy. We were doing a dual Estes. That's
Mm-hmm.
me, and that is Courtney. She goes by the Macabre Mistress. And we were collaborating there. But we had actually a camera set in front of us, videotaping us. It was corrupted. And we had people in another room videotaping themselves asking the questions so that there wouldn't be any, question as to whether or not we could hear them. And we were going to put the videos together side by side, but everything got corrupted. But this was actually this was a cool moment because it just kept going off. I mean, the REM pod was going crazy. There were other things that were going off like crazy. We actually had a psychic medium on the phone who said she was seeing a figure in the doorway. Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah, we've had depth investigation of Reeves DVR recorders, and we
Hmm.
go check them out and they be off for no reason. So you
They
start
just kept,
back up again, and they go
yep.
off in about half an hour. It's like, well, all right. It's like F you. What the hell are you
I
doing?
know, right? I've been having
Was
a
it?
lot of issues with audio lately, like
Oh
recently.
yeah,
My
yeah.
audio's been all messed up.
Mhm.
But I just also want to mention in the previous photo, the girl in the white sweatshirt was Lisa, my former teammate. Um, Yeah,
Yeah,
she's in the white sweatshirt. I wanted to get a
yeah.
couple photos of her because she started the team with me. But yeah,
Okay. Oh, well, and there's who's that?
that's me. Oh my god, look at her! Isn't she beautiful?
You go, girl.
Thanks. I was actually where was I there? I think I was at the Randolph County
County
Infirmary.
Museum. Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's where I was not too long ago in Indiana.
Text me and did the end. That's like about 8 hours drive from here. I want to go.
Oh, I flew there. I
Uh,
didn't drive.
well,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
thank you.
Well, I guess so. I think we're trying for.
And it was a pain in the butt.
Although I when my son was younger, we go to Disney. We drive from up here to Disney. So
Well, yeah, I do. I actually do a lot of road trips, but I was like, I'm going to take a flight for this one. I'm never going to do it again because when I went through security with all my paranormal
oh
equipment, that was
yeah,
a nightmare. They
yeah.
obviously, it was actually really funny. They tore up my bag. And then
Oh,
they're
bet.
like, "What is all this crap?" I'm like, it's paranormal investigation equipment." They're like, "Seriously?" They looked at me all funny. That was great. Good times, good times.
Uh, we got investigation once, and last night you won't get back to around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Near 35, and my one friend sold his house for free. He took me home, and a cop pulled up beside us and wanted to know what we were doing out that hour. I'm like, what? I'm like, we're just going home for a part investigation. He just shook his head, got in the car, and left.
People don't even know what to say half the time.
They don't. What another thing happened in Pennsylvania? We did the huge library. It was like 3 floors plus a basement, and I got to know the librarian who was in charge, and she got us in there from the investigation, and we set stuff up. Maybe about 2 of the hours of investigation, I came up to the basement, and there's knocking on the door. I'm like, what the hell? And there's cops in there, and there's lights flashing out there, and I'm like, I ran and got Melody, and I'm like, you told right, and the town council was fine with it, right? And she says yes. They're wondering why it's pitch black and they see all these flashlights and they're flashing around.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Like,
I
what's
guess that
going
is a
on
little
there?
suspicious, right? And
Like, oh, that's all he said.
the last thing you're thinking is that you're ghost hunting.
Yeah, no, there's the wires all over the place in there, and oh god,
That's funny.
yeah, that's something else. We had had them before a couple times. Somebody's just laugh and leave, So all right,
Yeah. Usually I get good responses when I tell people what I do. Usually they're interested. They ask for a business card, which I don't have, and we need to get some of those, John. So yeah.
yeah,
We
I
need to
got
get
a
some
call.
invitations.
I got a call the other day for a residential case, and I don't get out much because I have to use a walker, so I don't get out much. And the girls on my team, she is doing school right now and her job, so she's not real, open to be able to get out and do it. So I told her what to do, just to try to find a team, because she wanted to go out and tag along with somebody. I'm like,
Mhm.
go out, the people more likely. I mean, I'm always open to that because I think more people in the field, and you can take them under your wing. Like with me, with
Yeah.
15, 20 years experience, I can actually teach them something how to because
Right.
like over the years I've learned because I started back before the ghost hunters started,
Right.
so I was already into it. So like I said, I'd like to get more people on team, and I'm thinking out for it because I can't drive. I'm driven for like 9 years.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah, cause I have ataxia and my I was like a spot on my brain, so I get dizzy and I bounce from. Yeah, so
Sorry.
No, sorry. I found out about it, and I get out right with the walker. So I got on the camp with the guys when I get back to PA. You go out. Sorry.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. That's why I do the podcast and stuff, and I read a lot. I read a lot.
Yeah.
So and I getting back to a book I started like years ago. That like you, I lost the shit somewhere, and I thought I started to go back. What the hell is this? I started this like 6 years ago. I'm trying to go back to it, and now so I basically start over again. So it's gonna be like 6 months. So I get that.
That's a pain.
It's not. It's actually just fiction. It's not anything like
Oh,
about
okay.
my investigations or anything. It's more a fiction, like
Still,
supernatural type of thing. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
lost it. All that hard work.
I was so pissed.
Yeah.
But like I said, I just said whatever. I have everything basically in my mind right now. So I'm good to go.
Mm,
Oh lordy. Yeah, and like I said, light and design and that kind of stuff too. So
cool.
Tim, get busy. So cool. I
Yeah.
I have some videos here. This one is
Oh
from
boy.
Oak Park Inn in
Yes.
Arcadia, Florida,
Yes.
74. So I'll be able to play this one. We should be able to hear this one. Hopefully in my ears this time. I know it's not. I think my earbuds aren't working with the thing right, but I think I play all right. So I'll show that one.
Long arms. Do you want us to go in the room? Holy shit. That's kind of creepy looking. So he's doing like he's trying to open the door. It does, yeah, it does. Do you want me to open the door? Lift up your arm if you want me to open the door. Okay. There he goes, he got in.
So
That's my favorite thing to use. I love that. SLS is my favorite piece of equipment to use. I love, yeah.
Oh, I
Yep.
love that capture because it couldn't have mapped out anything. It was just a
No.
wall and a door.
Yeah.
So, and
Yep.
it looked like if you looked up at the little screen at the top, it doesn't, it shows the actual video. You can see where its arms are headed, like its arms are leaning or reaching towards the doorknob, and it looks like the spirit is trying to open that doorknob, and I'm just like, why don't you just float right through? Like, but he did eventually. He did eventually. He just disappeared.
We
So,
have one of those, Dave. When you first got my own friend, he took the Xbox that he made himself, and he actually created a software mapping software guide to it. So it can show when you come across the room, it gives a 3D object, or like will show the 3 dimensions of objects in the room.
oh,
So,
are you
oh
talking
my
about the
god,
XLS? Is that what
that's us, yeah.
the XLS?
Yeah,
Is that
the
what you're?
one that has the 3D mapping.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, the one. Yeah,
I want one of
yeah,
those. Those are pricey.
yeah, yeah. Well, he made his. He's got
Yeah.
old old Xbox made one. So
That's cool. Where'd John
yeah,
go?
that was fun.
Now
Yeah.
I hear some beeping, and I'm not sure if it was a smoke detector. I just had my wife come in and rip the one off the wall in my office where I'm at, literally. And now I'm wondering if it's my little speaker system is not charged up anymore, because usually that thing it'll usually beep if it's not charged. But I just noticed that the red light went off on it, so that tells me
I can hear it. I know it was. I thought it was that dying battery or fire
no
alarm.
beeping. Score.
All right,
It's maddening.
take a freaking hammer to it.
Maddening. So I think I got it. I think I squelched it. But well, maybe not. You hear it? Do you hear that beeping?
Yeah,
No.
sorry. Yeah,
I don't hear it.
Oh, you don't. Good. Okay. I hope the audience doesn't hear it. It's driving me nuts. It like every 15, 20 seconds, I'm hearing this.
all right.
Surprised you don't hear mine. My fire alarm.
Maybe
Smoke
it is yours
detector.
that's going off.
It could be.
Yeah, if the battery's out on
Batteries
it,
are dying. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all right.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, I said everything goes unless
Eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly in my mind, but that's basically gone already. Mine's 3/4 gone already, so.
Well, that's got to be the most frustrating thing in investigating too, is all the batteries dying so quickly,
And,
especially the cameras. Oh my gosh, drives me nuts.
Yeah, I started getting rechargeable ones, but they still die. So
Yeah, you have to keep a portable charger on you.
yeah, I got
multiple batteries. Yeah, I mean, if you're fortunate enough to be in a place that's got power, you can obviously. I plug in. That's what I do.
Yeah.
But she's right though. You got to
That's
carry
why-
multiple batteries, chargers.
Multiple cameras.
Yeah, multiple cameras too help.
Yeah. And I just bought a DVR system, and I'm not a tech person. I can't figure out how to work the thing. So I don't know. I got to figure that out.
Yeah, my friend in my team, he all saw a battery daddy. You heard those?
Of what? Battery daddy?
Yeah.
No, what's that?
It's a weird case. It has what the clear side and both sides hold batteries. It also has a battery tester in it too.
Oh wait, I have the same thing. Maybe it's not called Battery Daddy, but yeah, it has like a little battery tester in it and two sides.
Maybe that battery caddy. I don't know. It's one of the others. Yeah, it's a rare case if it's over.
Yeah. Like this guy right here?
Mine's a lot bigger. Oh, that's it, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get a battery test? Did you get a battery tester with it too?
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah.
I love this thing.
Me too. I think mine's still bigger than that, but yeah.
It's very handy.
Yeah, it is. All right. The next one is the hanging tree Arcadia Fire.
Yes.
This one, I did still reading something. Okay,
Are you stuck on that tree?
Whoa.
Dude, no, he's like hanging, bro.
Oh, what? Oh. You're hung here?
He looks like he's like in a...
Oh, what? Oh. You're hung here?
He looks like he's like in a...
He's struggling.
Trouble.
He's struggling.
Trouble.
So yeah,
That's intense. You can actually see where the head is hanging to one side.
I know exactly, and you know what? Some
Wow.
troll really pissed me off after we posted that. He's like, "Well, that's just the shadow on the tree, being mapped out." I'm like, "That's not a shadow, you dingbat. That's the freaking heat signature." But whatever. Okay. Anyway, yeah, you can see it's pretty obvious. He's grabbing his neck, his head's tilted this way, and it's almost like there's like I don't know what that if it is what I think it is, but it almost looks like there's a line going up like a rope. So I don't know.
Yeah, like he's grabbing one side of the rope, like with one hand and trying to get it off with the other, like trying and kicking. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty intense watching it, and then you
Yeah.
can hear on the spirit box clearly the struggle. you know.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's a good guess. Ooh.
yeah, I love
Yeah,
double confirmations.
we are back in Pennsylvania. We're up the mountains. They had this for old. It wasn't basically a graveyard because it was really tiny, and there's like been like oh my God, 1,000 square feet, maybe a little more than that. There's a lot of old stones back in like the late 1700s. So we had that thing set up, and it actually showed a figure standing in front of a grave, moving back and forth like this.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, got that captured.
I actually captured once, actually John on that train. One of the, I think it was like the second or third time I was there, I caught something crawling on the ground. That was creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crawling on the
Which
ground.
train was it that you caught that? And maybe next time
That
we
was
go
the
down there, we can
segregation. That was the
the segregation
Jim
car.
Crow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Jim Crow car.
Yeah. The
Yep.
hospital
Wow.
car was active. That was the one that was really active. That was like when you were inside and I was on the radio outside. I saw a full blown apparition had run across the tracks, and there was nobody out there. So,
Yeah, I
but
didn't see anything, but I heard lots of
yeah.
stuff.
Oh, it was freaky because
Yeah.
I'd seen it earlier. I had told her we were walking down. We were just kind of exploring, just kind of getting a baseline. We were at the train museum in Miami. And I was walking down, and it looked like somebody was walking up towards us, and it was kind of interesting because as they were walking up towards us at this museum, there's these old carts that I guess the Pullman used to use to move luggage around, and these carts have luggage on top of them, and it looked like somebody had been walking and was walking around it and towards us. It was like obvious that it was walking around, because if I thought it was an actual person. But it wasn't. There was nobody there. As we got closer, it just dissipated. It just disappeared, and it was a full blown apparition. Somebody just walking towards us. It was interesting. And then later on that night, like maybe a couple 3 hours afterwards, right in that same location, I saw it again, but it wasn't going towards us. But this time, it was running across the tracks to another train, as if it was like late, maybe running from one train to another.
Wow.
I wish I had seen that.
I wish we had caught it on camera.
Well, you never catch things like that. Come on. Classic.
I mean, you have the camera pointed in another direction and then something else. It's almost like they know and they don't want to be caught on camera.
Do know.
If you catch something on camera, I believe it's sheer luck.
I do too.
It's sheer luck.
Yeah, I actually just recently I was in West Virginia and I was at a friend's house and I was standing outside the porch. I don't see apparitions very often. This was a full-bodied apparition. It wasn't even translucent. Like it looked like a solid body. And so I was standing outside. The door had a glass, and I was looking in, and then I just saw this woman, white from head to toe, but like white hair, white clothing, and she just walked slowly into a hallway. And I was like, what the hell was that, to my friend? And he's like, oh, that's probably my woman. But then later on, I find out that his woman had black hair and doesn't wear white ever, and she was sleeping. So I don't know what that spirit was, but it wasn't his girlfriend. And yeah, white from head to toe, and just like a person, looked just like a human being, a live person. I'm sorry, a live person. That just happened like a week ago or two.
Wow.
Yeah, it was interesting because I rarely see things, so when I do, it's like awesome. Love it.
Over the years, I haven't seen one, but a girl is with someone at a fire museum.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, because
Like
she full body in a fire outfit suit, whatever. With because I've set up my equipment, and I use a thing just for fun. We use called X Paranormal Detector.
Uh-huh.
We use that sometimes. It will do random words and stuff. Like a
Like an ovilus?
yeah, kind of like that. And
Okay.
it's for a PC.
Okay.
I've set it up, and she gone around and check cameras and stuff, and she goes, she screams, ah! I'm like, what are you doing? I thought that you were there. I'm like, what? I was here all the time. She was my cousin. I saw right there in the corner, somebody standing there, and she was like, um, I see a lot of shadows, figures, and
See,
back and forth, and
I never. I
yeah,
saw. I think one, but if I when I do see things, it's usually they're not shadow figures. I've seen three. Well, when I was little, and I just started remembering this, the shadow figure from when I was young, and then there was an apparition I saw when I was 19, and I caught some photos. I didn't even send you one from you know Robert the doll, right?
oh yes, yeah,
Yeah, so the fort that he's in, what is it? Fort East Martello, I think it's called in Key West. I caught a photo in a mirror after all the guests had left. It was just me and the tour guide. I was like, "Can we just go back in one more time?" And I caught this photo, and you can clearly see what looks like a colonel almost, or some type of uh, captain, maybe. I don't know. He looked like some sort of soldier at the fort. And you can see like his nose, his nostrils, his eye sockets, his legs, everything. It's really cool. I should have sent that to you
yeah.
actually.
I think he is in East Martello Museum, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
That's the one. Robert the doll was the least of it. Like
So
the energy in that place is insane.
yeah, because I did a podcast on haunted dolls already, and that's one I covered. But no,
I'll never own a haunted doll again. Ever.
uh,
I used to have about 9 spirits in my house, because I kept purchasing haunted objects, haunted dolls, and it got a little too crazy, got a little too cramped. So, yeah.
yeah, I have a girl here, or a lady that comes from somewhere. She don't bother me at all. So every once in a while, so I can hear her. She'll do something a bit.
Mhm.
That's no big deal for me. So
It's just it's attached to a doll?
no, I brought her home from somewhere.
Oh, you just brought her home. Okay.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that
yeah,
happens.
yeah,
I bring lots
yeah.
of things
But
home. I really need to
because
protect myself.
she came with you somewhere, I think, and then from last place into this place. So yeah, cause I was just goofing. I tell people not to do it, and I did it one time. I don't think you should do an EVP sessions in your home. You probably want to know what's going on, but that's how I
Mhm.
found out because I was the old apartment I was at. I was doing dishes, and there's a hallway here. Here's the living room here, and the hallway goes down and cut through the hall to all the kids in the hallway. And I saw her go by. And I'm
Oh,
like,
cool.
okay, I knew you're here, but and so
Hi, halfway.
I did it be last night day, and she says she's here. I heard her a woman's voice, and no, could stop that. So I knew she was there, and but like I
That's
said,
crazy.
it don't bother me how it doesn't.
No. The only reason that I knew that I had spirits is because of EVPs and things like that. So I never
Yeah,
really saw anything. Well, I'm lying. I mean, things would go like electrical things would happen that never happened before. I mean, it could be attributed to something natural, but it just never happened prior to those dolls. And yeah, the EVPs got tons of names, tons of spirits, and yeah.
What's really cool is when you ask questions and they end up responding to you, and you can hear. And one of the things I didn't realize is when we were using the digital recorder, it made sense, slowing it down actually
Mhm.
makes it, you can actually hear it better once you slow it down.
Yeah. And even
I,
if like sometimes if you back like you don't hold it right up against your ear and you just back away a little bit, you can hear it clearer too.
yes.
Yeah.
All right.
It is hard to
Welcome.
decipher on those on the DR60. It is hard. You have to train your
Uh,
ears for it. So
welcome, Halfway Paranormal, for joining the show.
yes, welcome
If you're
halfway.
if you're interested, reach out to me. I can you can just go on my Facebook, Paranormal Gears Paratalk. Me, I guess join the show. I booked out to January, but I guess join sometime maybe January, February. Uh, so
Very
reach out.
cool.
Yeah.
I
So let's
investigated
go
with them a
back.
couple times.
Oh, did you? All right,
Yeah.
cool,
Yeah. Good guys.
awesome. Now look at one. All right, this one is Clown Jasper.
Oh gosh, that one's gonna be a weird one. I have to explain that one.
I
Okay.
like weird. I'm all about weird.
Okay. Okay. Nobody's gonna believe me. All right, go ahead.
All right.
Hello, would anybody like to speak with Chris and I tonight? Hi. Oh, come on, you asshole.
Diana or Rebecca?
Hopefully one of them. I think it's going to be fucking Rebecca.
Probably.
Who was that?
The red light was on, but it was plugged in.
Now it's green. So
Oh god.
it's green on top now.
Doesn't mean it's
So
charged.
that I mean, there's no way to prove anything here. The reason I sent that is just because it's the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me. And the guy Chris that was in the video witnessed it as well. So we saw something with a mask. Okay, we're inside. Sorry, I'm going to back up a little bit. We're in a jail. We're in solitary confinement. There's that little rectangular hole where they feed food through, and something with a mask on, a clown mask, comes through, peeks its head in like this, and then just like goes back out. And there were no eyes. It was black. They were black. There were holes, but black. There were no footsteps. Nothing. It was all quiet after that. Like we couldn't hear anything. So we
No.
thought it was a person. And me and Chris and a couple other people, yes, there were a couple other people there, and they swear up and down, and I trust this, that they didn't have anything to do with it. One of them was sleeping even. But so one of them had a gun, one of them had a baseball bat. I was threatening a gun even though I didn't have one, and we walked around and tried to find a human being that maybe came in, broke in, whatever, and we couldn't find anybody, and we couldn't find that mask. It was nowhere to be found. It was just really weird. I've never seen anything like so tangible that could be a possible spirit. There was no explanation for it. I don't know what it was, but it's the weirdest thing I've ever seen, and it's not something that I expect anybody to even believe. Um, it's just something that you had to be there for. It was insane.
Well, at least you didn't have a red balloon.
Yeah, no, thank you. Nope, that's when I would have left. Dead.
Yeah, what location was that again?
That's that's the old Hamilton County Jail in Jasper,
Okay.
Florida. It's
All
on the
right.
border of Georgia.
Okay. All right. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
All right. I have one. GC on Command K2. You got the K2 on there as well.
Oh yeah, that's the one with John. I needed to. Okay, so me and John have only done a couple investigations together because we just started. My friend had just left, and John just joined with me. So we've only done a couple, and we went to the Lake Worth Playhouse, and all of our footage was corrupted there. So I didn't really have a lot of footage to send you with me and John. So this is about it.
Yeah.
But it was on command responses. Oh,
Hey,
sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I just want to
No,
say that our phones were on airplane mode.
Okay.
Thank you.
You passenger on board this train?
Can you let us know by lighting that up again? Wow, it just did it.
Are you heading to Oakland, California? Or are you leaving Oakland, California? Okay, I just got the chills.
Wow. It's like, it's responding. It's responding.
It's responding to us, yep.
Are you sitting in that chair? Can you light this up if you're sitting? Yep. Wow.
You're sitting here? Okay, cool. Right on.
Are you comfortable? You can light this up if you're comfy.
You are comfortable. Okay.
Wow.
It's a long journey, I know. A few thousand miles.
Yeah, I just like those on command responses.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But we saw a lot more that night, and heard a lot of things that night, but unfortunately, we didn't catch a lot of that on camera. I heard tons of noises in that train specifically. That was the Zephyr. What was it, John? The Zephyr?
Yeah, the California Zephyr. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
So this is at the Gold Coast Railroad Museum in Miami, and
Yeah.
I just wanna let everyone know if they're interested in investigating that place. It's absolutely amazing. Everyone that I bring there loves it. They always want to go back. There's always activity there. Tons of shadow figures. I haven't seen one, but everyone else has. But I hear things a lot. So there were taps and bangs and just I've caught disembodied voices, and you weren't able to get those disembodied voices on here, Scott?
What's that?
Were you able to get those videos with the disembodied voices or no?
I have. There's a couple more I have, or few. There's one that's Randolph. I still have a band church,
There's
and
that one, and then there's another one. There's two.
church disembodied voice. I have that one. Yeah.
Do you have the one that's just like the abandoned house, like office or building or whatever?
Yes.
And
they're all in Jasper.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's really cool, the abandoned building one. You can really hear pretty well parts of the disembodied voices. I don't know if you can play that for the last minute.
Sure.
But
I have two different ones for disembodied. I can flip with them. Here's one.
Audible enough for the cameras? Tap on something.
I think he's outside circling around.
Wow. I just think that's so cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
You can hear it. Yeah, you can definitely hear it. Did you see that towards the last half of that video that there was like an orb that flowed by?
I actually didn't notice that. No.
Yeah.
No. But it was very dusty in there. I don't know. Could have been dust. I didn't see it though. But yeah, that was the first time I've ever caught a disembodied voice that sounded like that. Full sentences, whispering. I've heard, like help me, before, but nothing like that. Like full blown sentences and that whisper. And now I'm hearing it more and more as I start, as I go on investigating. I'm starting to hear those things. So, yeah, and it always sounds the same, that whisper. And there's no way that I could have whispered like that into the camera. It wouldn't have sounded like that. So,
There's no here labeling the same thing.
what's that?
There's no one that has a voice Jasper also. You said two of them, I think.
Yes, I did. It's just harder to hear. You can play it. With the pastor in it. You can play that.
Yeah.
A minister or a pastor or is this place at peace? The place itself, the building?
So I don't know where
you can hear it. You can hear it say
but I
no.
don't know. Well, I don't know. I had the captions. I don't know what happened to them, but it did. I did write what it said. So the first part.
There's another one here though that looks like it might have something on there. So
I think it might be at the top, and it got cut off.
yeah, well, I'm sure it is for maybe being this one on.
Here we see what looks like might be a shadow figure, but if you look a little closely, you can see it looks like a pastor or priest. You can even see his white collar and traditional clothing, his left and right hands, and even his face.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It is cool.
Picture.
Yeah, because if you'd seen other videos, there's nothing that looks like that. Like it just looks like there's like a window. So I don't know what could have made those shapes. And I mean, maybe it's pareidolia, maybe it's not. But I find it interesting that you can see the white collar. I'm in an abandoned church, and I'm getting a disembodied voice that's saying I was a pastor in the church here. That's what it said after I asked, were you a minister or a pastor? And he said, I was a pastor in the church here. And when I asked if the building, there was peace or whatever in the building, the spirit said, there's no such thing as peace. But
yeah, I thought I heard something like that, like no peace.
There's
or
no
something
such thing as peace.
No such thing as peace. Okay.
Yeah, no such thing as peace, which really creeps me out. So that doesn't sound fun.
Yeah.
Coming from a pastor, no.
We had the opportunity to do church also. It's built back in 1818, so it's a real old stone church, and we actually picked up a ghost choir on the EVP. That was pretty cool. So,
wait, where was that?
In Flowertown, PA.
Okay.
And yeah, we picked up a choir.
Oh wow.
But, well, after the show, I'll send you a EVP to do it.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, PA is awesome. I mean, I love everything up north. Yeah. It's just old and beautiful, and the history there is amazing. So
yeah. I've been in Ohio for 8 years now. I like out here.
You're in Ohio now?
Yeah, in Powell, Ohio. A straight 20 minutes away from Columbus.
Okay. I was looking at some place in Ohio. It was I forget what it was called, but it was part of the Underground Railroad.
Some place?
I'm sorry?
Prospect Place?
That sounds right. Yes.
Yeah.
Have you been there?
I've been there for a tour, but they're there for investigation. It's funny because that's where I'm planning to go next spring.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Have you heard anything good about it?
Actually, a friend of mine back in Pennsylvania, she knew uh, a guy who started doing his own film and movies type of stuff, and she invited her, and they did an investigation and made it into a short movie, and they did it at the at the Prospect Place.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, she said they got a lot of stuff out of there when they're there.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I definitely want to get out there. I'm trying to find someone to collab with. Come on up.
I will.
Yeah,
I really want to go there. I was checking it out. I was like, Underground Railroad. That's awesome.
Except I was thinking maybe in May when it starts to get a little nicer. I know I don't want it real hot or real cold. And the price isn't that bad really to go. I think it was like 70 a night. I think per person.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, I think it went up a little bit. If you do it on a Saturday night, because of course it goes up. So I think it's like, I think it might be, this house shop is 250 or 300, I think. But if you get like 4 or 5 people together, I mean,
it's not bad when you get a few people.
Because I paid most of 100 before to go some places. Usually it's like 70, I think, usually.
Yeah, there's a jail here.
It's like right. It's like about an hour down the road from me. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice and close.
Yeah.
It's in Chinway, Ohio.
Yeah.
Chinway.
Chinway. Sorry.
Yeah.
Chinway.
That is Trinway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chinway.
Yeah.
So. Got it.
Yeah, I'll let you know if guys bring them up. We get make a week out of it. There's hotels that you have to get around here. I appreciate.
Awesome.
We got to get there, find out, hang out, and go Saturday.
Very cool. That's I really actually want to hit that up.
Yeah. I know I can get like 3 people probably.
If you ever come down to Florida, there's a jail here that's $75 per person for Friday through Sunday. If you ever get down to Florida for that, that is the cheapest thing I've ever found. So
which one is that? Is that the one we're going to do? Is that Clay County?
No, that's the Jasper.
That's
Hamilton
Jasper?
County. Hamilton County.
Hamilton?
Yeah. Yeah, and they're kind of in. They could use some more investigators. Let's put it that way.
All right. No place I would do Scott County Jail. Yeah, I like to do that one.
Where's that?
Scott County Jail. I think I forget where it's at. Down in. I just lost some train of thought. I forget what's that.
Well, that happens to me like every second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't get any better as you get older.
I know. Yeah. No, I know.
I had the last one here was from Randolph Asylum.
Oh, okay. I don't even remember what I sent about that. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Surprise.
Yeah, it's just a photo. So that's
that
actually was an interesting spot. My footage again corrupted. All of my Indiana footage corrupted. All the sound is gone. So with it, I spent so much money on that thing. But anyway, that part where I was sitting, oh God, what was it? Cholera. They used to put the cholera victims in that room, and they'd stack them. They'd stack the bodies on top of each other, and it was also where they would, where the butcher would, cut the meat. and they put them in the freezer there, and they stacked them up against the walls, and supposedly the cholera disease is still under the floors. I don't know how all that works, but they said if you were to like drill through the concrete, then it would just like the cholera would just spread again. And I'm like, I don't know, how is it still alive under there? But okay,
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm not a scientist. So, but I mean, I really wanted to be in that room. I felt like we'd get a lot in there, but we really didn't. It was a pretty silent night.
I doubt those.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
Yeah. That's why I tried to get back a couple times at least to the same place.
Yeah, I would like to go back there. It's just so expensive. Like, and I noticed that up north, like in the northeast area, it's more expensive than down south.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Because that's why you, like, for Hinsdale House, we had 7 people go. So it was,
Yeah, 7 people's a big crew. It's difficult when, like, so far Nicole and I have been doing it because it's just the 2 of us right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you could split up, if you had at least 2 more people, or maybe even 3, 2 more people, that you could have 2 teams of 2, and at least have one person sitting in like a nerve center somewhere just watching screens all night. It would make it a lot easier. Because what ends up happening is, you set up your cameras, and you've got the cameras going, and then you just end up sitting staring at a screen for hours. I mean, however long you're on the investigation. I mean, her and I are doing 6-8 hour investigations. We're running until the early morning hours, starting at 9-10 o'clock at night and going until like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And
because I make you.
Well, no, it's really cool because that's when stuff happens, right? I mean, that's when it's happening. So, but looking at some of the footage and whatnot, after a while, it's like mind numbing, and you're wondering, it's like, did I miss something? Did I, you know what I mean? So I'm staring at the screen. I was watching the footage from the Lake Worth house, and I'm looking and I'll see something flashing, and it's us walking across the stage.
You have to look a few times.
Yeah, I just left the camera running for the time we were on.
Yeah, it was like a static cam.
It was a static cam, basically, and I couldn't find anything. There was just nothing I could catch on there. The best part of that night, though, was that on the SLS, when where was that? Was that the prop room we were in, or was it that? It wasn't it the room that was behind?
No, it was the closet. It was the closet where I got my hair pulled.
Right, and
I should have sent you that video, but there's no audio on it.
We had, when you were doing that, you were doing that Estes thing, when I was sitting down filming that and asking the questions, there was some poltergeist activity. There was, I told you about that. There was when I was sitting down, and the 2 gals were behind us from the representatives from the Lake Worth Playhouse, right? It was Stephanie was one of them. I can't remember the other. Catherine was the other one.
Catherine and Danielle.
Danielle, okay. And they were sitting behind me. I'm sitting down, and you're doing your thing. And I remember they had these what was it? They were like old credit card slips. Like it was the old kind of machine where you just put the credit card on and slide the thing back and forth, just with carbon copies, just back in the day. Anyway, there was a bunch of these slips in a plastic package, and it was up on a shelf. And I'm sitting there, and there was no way these things could have. One of them just came out, and it floated, and it went back, and it just landed on top of on the corner of the shelf.
Tell me that. I forgot.
And I looked behind me, and I asked the girls behind. I says, "Did you see that?" And they said, "Yeah, we saw that." And I was like, I didn't have my camera on it because I caught it out of the corner of my eye just as it was ending. I couldn't get it quick enough, and I'm like, "Oh man, you got to be kidding me!" So all right, so. There was just no way that whatever that was, like wind, could have pushed it out. It was deliberately taken out.
There was no air in there at all. It was actually hard to breathe in there.
It was hard to breathe. It was stagnant. The air was stagnant in there. But was it there? I can't remember now. Was it there, or was it?
Yes.
There was another room where I was walking out with the SLS camera, and I turned around.
That was the closet.
That was the closet. I was showing our journalist that was with us, Joe. What's his name?
Yeah.
I was showing him. He was asking me how it works. I says, "Well, it works like this," and boom. Here's just. I wasn't expecting to catch anything, and it mapped out whoever was there. And then it was maybe 30 minutes prior to that. that's when we were looking at the cameras that were in the
The
office,
security
the
cameras,
security
yeah.
cameras, and we had caught something that was
There was an
on the
orb.
screen. It
So
was it was moving though. It was like it was a
yeah.
deliberate orb. That's what it was, and it was coming
It
up the
was going
stairs.
up the stairs,
Yeah,
yeah. It was moving up the stairs slowly, and it turned and went
and
into
went
this
into that
closet.
closet. Yep.
Yes, and
Yeah.
then the girl that hosts, I call her the hostess of the Lake Worth Playhouse. I don't know why I call her hostess, but she's sensitive, and she tells me, she's like, they want you to go in there, and I'm like, oh, okay, awesome. So I go in there, and I'm in there for maybe like 2 minutes, and I feel this staticky feeling in my hair, and as I'm saying something's touching my hair, something tugs my hair, and I jump like to the other side, and I'm cursing. I'm like, what the F, you know? But all the audio's gone. And I had my head turned in a way so that you couldn't even see the tug, because it was, you probably,
It was deliberate.
if it was facing it, you probably would have seen my hair move. But isn't that the way it always works? You know,
That small theater was active too. The one that
the
little tiny.
Stanzek,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was very active too. There was something going on in there. I'm not completely sure what it was, but there was definitely
There's
something.
something negative in there. Yeah, there's something kind of yucky in there.
Yeah. And when we were up on the roof at the latter part of the evening, right, just before we finished for the evening, that was where there was supposedly two brothers and one did one kill the other one? Is that what it was? And it was apparently
No,
up
I
on
don't.
the roof.
It was on the roof. A homeless person got into a fight and was murdered. I think that may just be like I don't think that's factual.
Okay. I didn't think so either. It seemed a little too good to be true. But there was something going on up there because our lights kept going off. The strip lights, those kept going off.
Yeah, no, there was definitely something there. That whole place has
A
something
vibe
to
to
it.
it.
Yes, yeah. Even though there wasn't a lot of activity that night, there's definitely, you can
I felt like
feel
we were
it.
followed most of the night just to kind of see what we were doing. And just by sheer luck, I happened to catch that thing on the SLS camera. But then the rest of the night, it was quiet.
It was, and
Yeah,
I'd been there before, Scott. I'd been there with other people before, and it was wild. I mean, it was one of the best investigations I've probably been on. Like, there was a black mass in this little tiny theater that was like following me. I was alone. I got so scared I ran out of there. Um, I don't even know how to explain. The prop room was insane. We heard whistling. And there's this lore about theater. This is a theater, by the way. And there's superstitions like whistling backstage can cause a bad production.
right.
And oh, the ghost light, the light that sits on the stage, if you shut that off, that's supposed to be bad luck. Spirits can't find their way, ba ba ba. And I caught whistling. I didn't even know about this when I caught the whistling. So I heard the whistling in the videos. And then I was looking at my static cams and unplugged. The ghost light was unplugged and it was flickering. It was flickering on and off,
Yeah.
but not while we were there. Not while
Well,
we
it
were
was on the
standing
whole
there.
time. Yeah, it was on the whole time we were there.
When we were there. But the
Yeah.
first time I went, when everybody was around that stage with the light, it wouldn't flicker. It was off. And then as soon as we left, it was just flickering, 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 and it was unplugged. So that's insane. And it just goes with those superstitions, which I found very interesting.
Yeah, we are fortunate enough to do a theater in York many years back. It was called York Little Theater.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my friends that I worked with many years, he actually worked as a helper, setting up the scenes and build stuff. And he passed away from cancer when he was around 40 years old, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
So he's been about 12 years now, I guess. But anyways, with the investigation, this was like maybe a year after he died, and I said to him, I said, "Steve, you there?" And I got back, "Hey, Scott."
That's
Oh
awesome.
wow.
And then and I said, "Sonny, how are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh my god!" But freaked me out because he never said hi. He goes, "Hey, Scott, hey, you know, whoever."
Yeah.
And I called a friend up, and we all got like best friends. We used to do all kind of stuff together. We used to make beer. We got a lot of fun doing that. But I played it for him. I said, "Who does that sound like?" He said, "Oh God, it's Charlie Steve. How did you get that?" So he heard it. Said that thought it sounded like him. So that was real freaky. But
Yeah. Definitely, especially it's like, I mean, when it's more personal like that, you know?
yeah, I dreams of him all the time though. So
Are
he
you
always comes.
sensitive?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Everybody seems to
Yeah,
be.
I lucid dreams too,
Mhm.
and I susceptible EMF, which sucks. It does. The my friend likes to pick on me. He chased me around with people.
Oh gosh. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've had a couple like prophetic dreams, just like two, but
yeah.
one of them, baby ended up dying, which was pretty unfortunate.
Ooh.
Yeah.
My like I had an old friend trying to die, and he's gonna visit me like next day. I'm like, okay, bye, see ya.
Bye. See ya.
Yeah. And boy, the whole thing is my a friend of mine who died many years ago from cancer. A lot of times he'll come with me. I'll be like, let's get back at work again. We're talking back and forth, and like, dude, I thought you're dead. I mean, I'm looking at you, you're still there. Like, what is going on?
Oh, that's
And
creepy.
I wake up or something. And okay, whatever. So I don't mind that. I mean, I got real weird dreams though. I mean,
Yeah.
I should do a dream journal
You should. You
because
should.
the stuff well, some stuff I did, I wouldn't be able to put in the book. Some of the things because
Yeah.
I've already, people won't believe this. I tell them try it. If you're dreaming and you pinch yourself and you don't feel it, that actually works. If you just think that, if you do it, because it happened for me a couple times already too.
What, to wake up?
No, but to know you're dreaming.
Oh, to know
If you,
you're dreaming.
yeah, if
Oh,
you
that's
pinch
how you
yourself,
become lucid. Okay, okay, I
right,
understand.
and then if you don't feel
Relate, Lisa.
yeah, if you don't feel yourself being pinched or whatever, okay, but yeah, a lot of people. I've read a lot about lucid dreaming and stuff when I first. You can do certain exercises to do it, and so
Yeah, I've always wanted to keep a dream journal. I never remember my dreams. I have to be napping in order, because the REM stage, I guess, is the only time that you dream. Yeah, I know everything's just black unless I'm having nightmares or again like
right.
weird things about dead people. So, yeah.
Yeah,
I
I have a lot of dreams of me flying.
yeah, I used to have a
That's
lot when I was younger, tidal waves,
yeah,
always tidal waves. I know
yeah,
that water and it has to do with like loss of
or
control and emotion and all that stuff.
I'll be flying somewhere and I'll stop somewhere and I'll be somewhere with mountains there and now a hill.
That sounds like
So,
way cooler than a tidal wave.
yeah,
Like I want to fly.
all
Um
right.
maybe you're astral projecting, who knows?
I thought made this too, so
Yeah,
it's kind of cool.
that is cool. But Lisa
Wow.
Arberg is now in, but she's so late. She's my old teammate that moved.
Dusty here. She
She's on the
chat.
chat. She said hi.
Okay.
Funny. What is
Hey,
that?
hey, better late than never. On before chat up. There she
That's
is.
funny.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi. Hi, Lisa. You suck. You're late. She lives
Yeah.
right by the Pine Barrens in New Jersey.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. She lives
There's
like 20
Jersey
minutes
Devil.
away from there. Yeah.
Jersey
Jersey
Devil. I
Devil.
like that.
I'm gonna hit that up. I told her I'm coming to visit just for that. Not for
Oh
her,
man, let me
but for the
know.
Jersey
Hey,
Devil.
you're going. I'll try to hit your ride or something. I love to go there. I can see me going back there with my roller.
Oh gosh.
I have to run a scooter.
There you go. Get a scooter. Or Segway. What do they call the Segway?
Oh yeah, right. I found something as it is. Yeah,
I'll get you a hoverboard. How about a hoverboard?
right. One thing about ataxia is you tend to slur a bit and unbalanced and stuff, and
Oh, you
I
couldn't
had
do a
problems.
hoverboard then.
No, I have problems with sometimes at work people think I'm like that, but I'm not. But anyways, I would not be able to do that.
Yeah. Probably for the best.
Yeah, probably around me.
Yep.
So
Oh.
cool.
Well,
Well, guys, we can wrap it up here. I'll have you back on again.
Awesome.
There
this is fun.
and I'll try to set something up for a prospect place. I'll let you know.
Wait, say that one more time.
Prospect place.
Oh yes, please. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Keep in touch about
Cool.
that.
Yeah, I do. I definitely will.
Yeah, this
Cool.
was awesome. Thank you so much for having us on here.
Oh God, it's a blast. My pleasure, So.
Yeah, anytime.
Definitely.
Hopefully, we'll have better footage next time.
Yeah, when we have better footage,
Yeah.
we'll come on again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Absolutely. We'll plan it. Sounds good.
All right. Sounds
All
good.
right. Thank
right.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Scott.
That's right. Yep. Good
Bye,
night,
Scott.
everybody.
We'll talk
All right,
soon.
honey.
Bye,
All right.
everybody.
See you, Nicole.
See you, John.
Bye.